Well, happy Friday to everyone out here in YouTube land. I'm RWP, the Real World Prepper. And last week, I think it was last Friday, I did a video on here called End of an Age and talked about a few things. I will expound maybe a little bit on one of those topics, but what I wanted to address today is somebody had made a comment. I forget who it was, but it's on there. It's in the comments of that video that they said that I didn't sound like I was very biblically grounded. Excuse me. And I said to the person, I said, I don't disagree. I am a Christian. I am saved. I'm a believer. We have a church home and a community that we're trying to connect more with. And but I will tell you that I am terrible. I am not a theologian. I admitting I don't read my Bible as much as I should. I don't, I could be better. Let's just put it that way. I could be better. I suppose we all could say that to some degree, but certainly I could be better. And I know that, I recognize that. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that. But in speaking to that, I'd said something, among other things in that video. I had said, I shared my thoughts about the election this November. That I said that I didn't believe, and I don't believe, that there will be a Biden versus Trump race. And I don't know how that's going to play out. And obviously I could be wrong. I might not know what I'm talking about. I could be completely wrong. But I said, and I stand behind it, and I'll say it again, that I think that something or some things will take place in such a way that either one or the other, Trump or Biden, or perhaps both, will not be available or able, for whatever reasons, and I don't know, to be in said election. So I think that's going to be part of a plan. I don't think it's going to be by accident, but that's just my thoughts. So in speaking to that, if indeed I'm right, or if any of these other things that are coming down the pike that set this world on its head, if any of these things take place, it's chaos. We're in controlled chaos right now. What about when the control mechanisms are taken away and it's just chaos? It's kind of unbelievable. So in speaking to that, I saw something on the internet recently. Of course, you see everything on the internet, but I wanted to share this with you. It's just a post, a meme, whatever, some words, but it's very interesting, and let me read it to you. It says, "We're in the last days of this world's systems. Christians need to forget about trying to save it, the world, and just get on with saving people out of it, period." Now, let me repeat that. Christians need to forget about trying to save it, the world, and just get on with saving people out of it, the world. Everything else is just a side issue. It's like arranging deck chairs while the captain is calling to abandon ship on the Titanic. Now, you recall from, stories and even the movie Titanic, that people were, the band was still playing, and, everybody was, not everybody, but a lot of people were trying to get on as if everything was normal while the ship was sinking. So that's what that's saying. Everything else is a side issue. It's like arranging deck chairs while the captain is calling to abandon ship on the Titanic. We cannot save it. We need to urge people to get off the sinking ship, get into the lifeboat, which is Jesus. We were not put here to reverse the curse. Only Jesus can do that. We were put here to serve the Lord and take as many as we can with us when Jesus calls us home, because the ship is about to go under. So, I do not disagree with that at all. Now, I will say this, though. I am not a defeatist, I don't have a defeatist attitude. I have had the shit beat out of me for the last 15 months for various things, in various ways, but And I've been downtrodden. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It has affected me. It has been rough. But I'm pulling myself up by my bootstraps, and I'm getting on with things, and that's what we have to do. So I agree with this thing, what I just read, to a point. Because a lot of you are right now screaming at the screen going, what do you mean? You're just giving up? You're just going to, we can't turn it around? Well, ultimately, no. The story is already written, the Bible already tells us how it's going to go. And if you're a believer, then you know what that means. But, God also warns us in many scriptures, Matthew 24:3, Luke 21:7, Acts 1:7, 1 Thessalonians 5:1, and so on, about not trying to prophesy, a date of Jesus' return and the end and all that stuff. Because as it says in the Bible, no man's going to know the day and the hour, and etc. So yes, we aren't. I'm not saying that's going to happen this year. That it's all going to end this year or anything like that. But what I am saying is that I believe we are in that time. We are nearing the end of this age, this cycle. The Titanic is sinking, and a lot of people are just arranging deck chairs, and the band is still playing. Now, to that end, I don't think that we should not try to fix what's wrong, but we definitely should try and bring as many people to the Lord as we can. 100%. 100%. We should be doing that even in good times, bad times, etc. But we still, I think, should have involvement, pay attention to what's going on, in our world, politics, local politics, all the way up the chain, etc. And not just politics. I mean, social norms and or abnorms, if you want to, whatever it is. We should be doing our part, certainly, but we should definitely be trying to bring more people to Christ. And always preparing. We should always prepare our hearts, prepare our minds, prepare physically and with things and food and water and Band-Aids and, all the things, all the prepper things. So, but we should be doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on all this stuff, because I do believe that the hour draws near. But I'm not putting a date on it or a time, because I have no clue. I could be dead and gone and generations pass before the world sees, the end and the return of Christ. Or it could be today. It could happen, in the next few minutes. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. That's what I wanted to share. I hope that somebody got something useful out of what I just shared. I found that kind of interesting when I read it, just because, like I say, just in my personal life, things that have been going on and my own walk, my own spiritual walk, I got to do better, So let's all do better by one another and by what God would have us do. So anyway, I hope this has blessed somebody today. I am the Real World Prepper, and speak to you another time. Thanks so much. Bye.